Everyone, and welcome you all to this video where what I wanted to do is first give you a quick overview of how I analyze market breadth. These are very simple tools, but I believe these are very important in times like this when there are uncertainties, more uncertainties going forward about what is the market going to do, will it fall, how big it falls and stuff like that, right? So in two parts, first part of the video I will basically explain you my couple of dashboards where I track momentum, and in the later part I will basically anticipate what I believe market will do, right? And just to make sure that it will, these are only anticipations. At the end of the day we have to wait and actually see the market doing what it is and only take action after the confirmation is there. So let's begin. So this is the Homma momentum score. In using this dashboard, what I see every day is what is the trend of the market and what's the momentum of the market, right? So first let's talk about trend, and I'll only be talking about short term trend because my time frame is generally short term. And for short term time frame, the time frame of importance is 10-day and 20-day, which is generally regarded as a short term time frame, at least for swing traders. So for example, what this data plots is the percentage of stocks which are trending above their 10-day moving average, and the universe here is the whole NSE universe, so that would include around 2000, right, little above 2000 stocks. So currently um, if you currently see the number of the percentage of stocks which are trading above their 10-day moving averages, 52%. So which means right around half of the stocks are trending above 10-day moving average. So what does that tell you about the breadth? That tells you that it's very strong. um, I mean, not very strong, mildly strong. So what's the cutoff? Anything above 50 is considered as bullish. So anytime when uh, stocks, percentage stocks which are above 10-day moving average above 50, we are in a bullish zone in a short term time frame. Similarly, you can also say what is the percentage stocks which are above 50-day moving average. This would give you the medium term trend, and you can see that we are overtly bullish around 80% stocks, right? So this is a very good proxy um, for the trend. But this above 50 will tell you the regime, basically bullish. Below 50 will tell you the that the regime is bearish. But more important than just bullish or bearish, what is more important is the slope of the line. So you can see that post 4th June low, till 20 till June 14 we constantly made like high, and the slope was really high, right? And from around about 18 19 we started to the slope started to point down. So whenever the slope is pointing down, we, although we are in a bullish environment, then we sort of the we go into the phase where now the trend is starting to decrease. So in other words, when the market is starting to pull back, these plots will also go below. Okay, as a trigger what I use is the SMA 5-day 5 period SMA of this, and the crossover is a very good indicator of bullishness and bearishness in the market. So if you can see after 13th, probably around 19th, 18 19, this cross back happened, and this was the time also your trades would not have started to give good feedback. And on Twitter there will be lots of traders who during those period of time, so starting from here, during this period of time would be are not getting good feedback on the trade. So this is how one can see the short term trend. How one can see the short term momentum? Now momentum is the only important thing for a swing trader, because if there is no momentum, if there is no momentum in the market, you will basically not make money. And very simply, this is a plot of rate of change over 10-day period, and similarly I have a 5 period SMA of the plot. And the bullish regime is basically anything above 0 is bullish, below 0 is bearish. But more importantly is the slope of the chart. So whenever the momentum slope is on the upside, sloping up and above the 5-day moving average, we know that markets are in a giving phase, and it's a easy money environment. Similarly, when we are sloping down and below 5 period moving average, we are at a hard money environment. And you can see that 9th June we topped, and after that we are in a hard money environment. And first week of this month was a slight period where there was a there were stocks working again, but again we are right now in a sideways phase. Now this doesn't mean outright bearish, okay, because we are still positive, the momentum is still positive. So currently 0.27 percent in a 10-day period, which means we are still in a positive phase, giving phase, but it's very slow, and there are chop, right? um, Another way you can also visualize momentum is basically plotting what percentage of stocks are above their ADX value 25, right? So anything above 2025 is considered bullish. And so when percentage of stocks which are bullish increases, if you plot them, this will tell you the breadth of the market, which means that more and more stocks are getting bullish, the markets are in a giving phase. And similarly, if the slope is coming down here, that would mean that, excuse me, the momentum is now slowing down, although positive but slowing down. Okay, so it's very difficult to make money in markets where momentum is actually slowing down, uh, because these are the phases where stocks are pulling back, right? Now similarly, if you plot a 5-day moving average, you can use that as a trigger to get aggressive, or step back or pull back from the market. So for example, this day, 5th June, 6th June, when the crossover happened, we should have already been alerted that okay, we are starting to get into a very high momentum phase. And next June 20 was the time, 18, 19, 20, 21, this was the time when the market feedback started giving that the momentum is now slowing down. And again we started the momentum July 1, whereas a crossback was there. But again, you have to also make you have to also, this is not a magic indicator, okay, these are all lagging indicators. But because it's tells you about the breadth of the market, it basically gives you some sort of confirmation that yes, whatever I'm looking at the charts, this phenomena is actually real, because the whole market is showing this phenomena, right? So that's where breadth becomes really important. And when this guy again crosses back, that is probably can be taken as a very early signal that easy money environment is going to come back, right? Now that is the some of the ways I see trend and momentum. Is very simple. This although might look complicated and over analysis to many people, but it's not, right? Now this brings me to the question, what is gonna happen in the market now, right? So very quickly, if we go to the charts, Nifty 500 has been in an uptrend since here, and has like given like what, 10% is it? Sorry, 20, 15%, 18, 19, 20%. And this is such a huge rally. And and after such a 20% kind of a move in 1.5 month, there's always a fear of, like, something like this happening. um, So so in this case is what using the breadth data could possibly help you which side would the market's gonna go. So in my anticipation, if you see the ADX indicator, what it did today was a signal of a crossback. Although it's not very clear from the diagram from this chart here. From here, what you can see is markets were bullish. If you look at the 10 data and SMA5 data, 49.6 is higher than 48. So this means that the chart is above the moving average. 2nd July above, 3rd July above, 4th July comfortably above, 5th July above, 8th July above, 9th July was the time when we had a cross back. Okay, so 9th July we had 54.13, whereas the SMA was higher, 54.37. Okay, 9th July would be here. So this, although looked a bearish day, this also although looked like quite a positive day, the breadth actually showed you that hey, something is slowing down, and that something was momentum. Correct? Right. That something was momentum, and so momentum slowed down on 8th, on on 9th, and then on 10th also it was bearish, well below 5 SMA. 11th still below, 12th still below, 15th still below, 42, 46. What about today? 16th, 44.22, 43.59. So the 10 MA actually rose above uh, the 5-day momentum, 5-day average, and the last 5 days, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, were considerably not considerably bearish, but definitely bearish. Okay, so what it suggests, and you can also see from the bow ties, you can suggest that uh, it was a downtrending momentum here, and after that what's happening right now is the different period MAs, the different period, um, the momentum bands are starting to get closer, and the 10 is now starting to move up and cross over its 5-day moving average, which actually crossover happened today. So using this breadth analysis, my anticipation is that we are gonna see some sort of bullish movement very soon in the market. Of course, this kind of pullback will happen, and that pullback could be like this. Like for example, this is in general, if markets were not very bullish, this pullback would have actually looked like a pullback, but it did not look like a pullback. It was flattish because that's how strong the markets are, and to see how strong the markets are, you just have to look at how the buying is coming. What's buying versus selling. So another very good breadth indicator for that is the 4% net 4% move. So it basically plots what percent of stock made a 4% more move, what percent of the stock made minus 4% or more move to the downside, and what's the net number. So uh, if you see, I've just plotted it here. After the 4th July June debacle, we had a huge buying, and 5th we had like n percentage is 30, and 30 is really huge. We haven't had that kind of number in some time, right? So after that, the net breadth 4% breadth is still positive, and we had one low here. We had one low on June 10th, and in my opinion, as long as this guy stays above 1, above 0, we are the bullish regime will continue. And it looks like uh, after cooling off for some period, this is a cool off period, because we were actually overshot. Now it might again be ready to shoot up. So that's my reading. um, um, and that's all about breath. So if you enjoyed this analysis, please like and subscribe the channel. That helps a lot. And if you want to learn more about how to analyze these breath indicators, how to use these breath indicators, and not just this, I also have a lot of work on intraday breath and basically breath, looking at breath at every juncture of your journey. I am actually doing my annual trading masterclass from this weekend on 28th. So please feel free to join the masterclass if you think this sort of analysis driven technical analysis will help you in your trading journey. And hope to see some of you there. Cheers. Bye.